Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now is that Reverend Esther Ajai has spoken to Olori Naomi's family to cease fire for now, allow God take lordship over this situation, that God is in control, that God knows exactly what is going on in the life of Queen Naomi, that God is taking charge of everything, that it might seem as if nothing is happening. It might seem as if the wishes of fellow human beings are, surpassing that of God. But at the appointed time that God is going to do wonders in this issue, that this is an issue that we will use to know how God works and who God is. That is a beautiful thing that is happening in the life of Kabiesi, that Kabiesi is a good man that deserves the very best, that we must not forget that he is a traditional ruler, that these things are bound to happen. He is a first-class monarch, even if he said that he was a one-woman, one-man man, that his chiefs would never have allowed that. That everything that is happening is orchestrated by God, that they should not get up and want to take action or want to decide on what to do before God gives directive, that they should leave this issue. They should let it slide and continue to pray. That it's not as if Queen Naomi is making preparation to go and get married in the next 1 or 2 months or thereabout. And even if Oni gave Queen Naomi freedom today, what is the possibility that Queen Naomi is going to get married in the next 5 months or thereabout? Now, God is working, that she is very, very certain that God is working because she knows everything, she has seen everything, that they should leave them alone. Let things play out the way it's supposed to play out, that God is in everything that is happening. That she, as a mother, is going to encourage Queen Naomi to continue to pray. And she is encouraging Queen Naomi to stay in her Lekki mansion and be content with where God has placed her right now. That she is in the heart of the Ooni of Ife. That Ooni of Ife loves her more than anything. That no matter what is going on in the life of the Ooni of Ife, people should focus on how much the man feels for Olori Naomi. She went ahead allegedly, these are all, rumored information. Della writes, something I tell you, there is one thing I will tell you is not alleged in my channel, is how much I respect you and how much I will never sit down and begin to cook gist for you. I'll make sure that I bring all the gist that I am getting from all the sources and bring to you, but I will tell you the truth, they are all alleged. So, from what we are hearing, they say Reverend Esther Ajai has called on the family to cease fire, to forget about going to meet Ooni of Ife to give them divorce. That if Ooni had wanted to give that divorce, that Ooni of Ife would have given that divorce a long time ago. Ooni of Ife would have made his decision public. Ooni of Ife would have made that decision the same way he made it when it was at the time of Urola. That what God has joined together, man should not put asunder. That they come from a believing family. They should understand that, the thing between Olori Naomi and the Ooni of Ife is destiny. It is not something you can get up one day and say it must not be there anymore. That with everything that has happened, they should know that that is where Queen Naomi is supposed to be, and that is Queen Naomi's home. Now they said she went ahead and spoke to the family that, what is the assurance that if she lives where she is now, her other life will be better than this? What is the assurance that she is going to be happy there? What kind of man is she going to go and meet out there that they are trying to force the Ooni of Ife's hand to give Queen Naomi divorce to go and be a single mother? And knowing that even when he comes out to say that he has given Queen Naomi freedom, there is a likelihood that Naomi might find it difficult. And so for me, when I hear things like this, I feel like, what is all of this? Now, like, for those of you who, are from this traditional, community, the Ife land, or those of you who are Yorubas, I've asked this question time and time again, and I really feel like somebody should please help me understand this. If these people are saying that if a woman leaves the Ooni of Ife, she finds it very difficult to remarry because they will say she was an Oba's wife. There is little or more you can do with an Oba's wife. So what happens to the Alafin of Oyo's wives? Now, I have done my own research. I found out that Oduduwa, the progenitor of the Yoruba race, had 12 sons. One, the first son is Arole Oduduwa, who happens to be the Oni of Ife. And when I said this, a lot of people say it's not this Oni of Ife. No, any Oni of Ife, any man that is great enough to be carrying that crown, whether in the next 50 years, it becomes Tade Nikawo, or it becomes one of Toby's twin, or it becomes one of those other sons of the Oni brothers, or one of the sons of Oni's brothers, the senior ones, or the sister sons, and all of that, because we do know that the Ife has 5 ruling houses. Anybody from any ruling house could become king. It does not necessarily, it's not like Oni's first son or Oni's second son will only be the king. That is how the Ife run their own. So, but my question is that, 12 sons of the progenitor of the Yoruba race that happens to be Oduduwa. The first son is Ooni of Ife. I do know that Oba of Benin is one of his sons. I do know that the Alafin of Oyo is one of his sons. I stand to be corrected. And there are other ones that I of course, I read, but I have forgotten. One of these days when I have the time, it's something I really want to talk about. Is time constraint, okay? So if Alafin of Oyo's son is, Alafin of Oyo's wife is allowed, or they are allowed to marry or run their lives and all of that, why is it that women who maybe leave the Ooni of Ife are not allowed to do same? That is my question. I've not gotten an answer yet. The only answer I got was somebody who, sent me a very long email telling me that yes, so that the reason is because the first son of Oduduwa is the greatest and the strongest, and what I don't know. He was saying that because Ooni of Ife happens to be the first son, and he also went ahead to say that it's because Alafin of Oyo happened. The last one was a Muslim, not a traditionalist. That it is different when you marry a traditionalist and when you marry a Muslim. So if anybody, if you think that you want to enlighten us on this, please just leave a comment, ask for, please, a live. So I'll come live. Let's have this discussion, because a lot of people are asking the same question. They want an answer. Like, they said that it's going to be difficult for Queen Naomi to get married because she, if Oni does not openly free her, the same way he did to Wurola, that it will be difficult. Why is that? Why is that when Alafin of Oyo wives are allowed to get married and move on with their life? And Alafin of Oyo is also a son to the progenitor of the Yoruba race. So that's my question. Now, without digressing much, they said Reverend Esther Ajai allegedly plays is saying that they should let God take lordship over this issue of Queen Naomi and Ooni of Ife, that the family should not go and begin to ask for anything, that God is in control, God knows exactly what is going on, that are they not hearing the prophecies? Now, if you go by the trajectory of Reverend Esther Ajai, Reverend Esther Ajai happens to be, I think, the leader of the Celestial Church of Christ. I do know from my own side, I don't know what you know about her, okay? But what I know about her is that this woman has not been associated with any, lies, ridiculous movements, and all of that. She's been somebody that is grounded in faith, has a lot of respect, a mother, and a great woman of God, from what people who worship with the Celestial Church of God would say about her. She's somebody that is so well respected worldwide by the people from the Celestial Church and all of that, Christendom generally. So, for this mother to speak the way she spoke, she is speaking. You know that over time we have heard a lot. We have heard that she gave this prophecy, she gave that prophecy, and we do know from what we are seeing on social media that she is one of the godmothers of the Oni of Ife. Oni has got a lot of respect for this woman, and she has been praying. They even said right now that Toby gave birth, she was one of those who prayed for Toby when Toby was having the having a turbulent pregnancy. They said she was the one who continually prayed for Toby as well, telling Toby that Toby was going to give birth like the Hebrew woman. I bring it to you that with everything that Toby went through, Toby didn't give birth through CS. She had a normal delivery to the glory of God. And so this woman is saying allegedly that they should let God take a lordship over this issue between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi. Nobody should be so quick to want to go and make Ooni of Ife take action that he wouldn't ordinarily want to take. That everything that is happening is orchestrated by God. That they should allow God take charge. And at the end of the day, we will know that even when our prayers sometimes seem looks as though it is re-echoing from an empty universe, there is God on the other side, performing what he knows best how to perform. And that is exactly what we are going to see in this issue of Queen Naomi and the Oni of Ife. And a lot of people are agreeing that as human beings, we are so bent on having it, quick action, make it happen, na 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 na, make it happen, na 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 na. That when God is working, we should trust God and act as though we do not know what is going on.